Who on the B team? I guess you guys would just pick a companion. It's pretty easy because all your teammates are fucking dead. And why? Nice. All right. I'll throw this in the chat.
Is this like that meme video where it looks like a cinnamon roll would kill you, looks like they would kill you, is a cinnamon roll? That sort of nonsense?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Cinnamon Bun is just a person that either expectantly or unexpectedly is just very, very kind and soft-hearted and maybe a little too indulgent, you know? They kind of spoil everybody. They're like a giver. They're a real big giver. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah. They're a soft bottom. But you know, they'll be a top if that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just warm hugs, you know? That's the Cinnamon Bun. So, yeah.
AKA Purple. Rest in peace.
Purple is definitely the Cinnamon Bun of the party. Yeah.
You mean he was?
He was. Yeah. All right. While you guys ruminate on that question, would anybody, for a recap spiration, like to sum up what happened last time? Don't get distracted by this noodle right here. It's just kind of flopping around there. But if it jogs your memory, huh? What? Yeah. I'm just saying. I noticed out of the corner of my eye. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And then, yeah. If anybody wants to do the recap or is willing to do a recap, roll D20 in chat. Otherwise, I will do the recap. It was relatively straightforward. Going once, going twice, and with a 4, going once, going twice. All right, and what happened last time? The most alive undead.
Wayne's Club put.
What's up? Yeah. Bryant. It's been so long since we had real magic around here. Yeah. So he just revivified and then regenerate spell. There's no difficulties we can't overcome now. So. Okay. Sounds good to me. Go ahead and take your recap inspiration. And then if anybody wants to answer the fact inspiration question for a D10, they can be added to any D20 roll after the fact, etc., etc. Go ahead and roll a D20 in the chat. Oh, dang. Okay. Wayne with a nat 20. Going once. Going
Why
twice.
do I keep rolling high in the beginning?
I don't want to. I don't want to say you roll high when when it's not, the stakes aren't high, but it kind of feels like it. It kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No,
Yeah.
It's been like this for several weeks. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, unless anybody wants to try to tie for a rollies. Going once, going twice. All right, Wayne. Current party and current companions, which I guess doesn't even work because you have.
That's Victor.
Yeah, you have one companion. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do current party and we'll do all companions you've had during your time of Barovia. So, who is the biggest cinnamon bun in the party currently?
I would say the biggest cinnamon bun in the party is Robin.
Okay.
And then of the companions, it would have to be Irene.
Irene over Purple. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Purple, very giving, lacks certain emotional intelligences.
Damn. All right. I mean, that's fair, but shoot. Okay. You may ask the same question of any willing PC or any NPC that you met previously, and the NPCs will just weigh in on their outsider's opinion of the party and the people in it.
Would Jason like to respond? Not to put you on the chat, but you did roll.
I was in the middle of the recap. I couldn't do the recap all around. You want to look, doing text.
Barry, you might be muted.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
Okay.
Out of who we have currently, it's probably Robin.
Robin.
Yeah.
All right. Two votes to Robin as the cinnamon bun. Okay. Fair. All right. Of every companion you've had, who is the cinnamon bun?
Out of everybody, Dunbar.
Mm-hmm.
Dunbar. Okay. Yeah, strong pick. Okay. Fair enough. Whew. Okay. Well, with that revealed, we can continue our lighthearted horror adventure. And the end grows ever closer. We're doing some pretty heavy duty prep right before the session, and yeah, good stuff. All right. Let me change out the music and we'll just jump into this. Okay. All right, so you guys find yourselves in the bowels of the earth. Oh, dang. Violin don't gotta go so hard. Just creeping me out. All right. So you find yourselves in the bowels of the earth. What time is it? 5? So the late afternoon sun would barely be drifting in from the hole above. And this massive chamber with, I believe it's a 40-foot high ceiling. You have these chonky pillars. Looks like wolf statues at the top. You've got a bigger than life size, so maybe like 7 or 8 foot tall woman. The statue looks very similar to the one that was below Yester Hill, or inside Yester Hill, as well as to obelisks on either side, which are also very similar to the shrine inside Yester Hill, and then the spooky tapestry as well. All right. What now?
I guess. Look for any like inscriptions on these pillars.
Yeah, sure.
You want a perception or investigation?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll take either. Okay. As you are glancing about and sort of looking for runes or glyphs or anything like that, the only one you see that has that would be this pillar over here. As you approach it, you get a growing sense of unease within this place. It feels like you're being watched by dozens, if not hundreds, of eyes, but you see nothing except your companions.
Who's doing this one? Are you doing it, Jason?
What was that?
I think Robin has the stone for this one, and she's also has become aware that this is definitely the Fanes here, and there's the one who represented
the younger one.
Well, that she has met in person. Yeah,
it looked like Jenny.
Does that change anything for you, Robin?
I think she's gonna step forward, and is it one of the people on the kind of the painting back here, or is it the statue?
Yeah, it's one. It's just the face on the tapestry, like the sort of sunken, haunted eyes.
Yeah, she's going to step forward, and she's just going to say, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I spoke with the Raven about this, and I didn't get a chance to talk at the second circle, but we have to do it this way. We need the power of the land first. We can return it later, but if we just work to free the land now, the cycle will just continue over and over again. With the power, we have a chance to break it and save the land.
Robin, who are you talking to? We all know this already.
Robin's gonna wheel around on you, and she's gonna, like, I think in all of the time that you have been around Robin, like, she has probably never really particularly gotten upset with you or anything. Like you haven't had. I mean, there have been some disagreements, but like none of it has really been about you or anything. But like, as she flips around, like she has anger, I think, in her eyes, and she's just going to say, "We didn't have to fight at the last circle." And Crash, would I know which two of the Fanes we have dealt with so far?
Yeah. So there are inscriptions on the obelisks. But you in your you could roll a insight, I think would be the best one for this.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. You're not 100% sure, because I don't think at any point has anybody just kind of laid it out for you, the lore of these women and the Fanes and all that kind of stuff. Barnaby sees that you are emotional. And he approaches and says, "Oh, I understand, as a former seeker myself, that you're probably a bit confused."
She's gonna get like right up on him.
Okay.
And
he stares up at you calmly.
Yeah, and she's just going to say, "I'm not confused. I know exactly what we need to do." And she's just going to look back at Taylor, and she's going to say, "You don't even know what's going on here. And your actions last time were reckless."
You're the girl that was raised by Jenny, Green Teeth.
How do you know that?
Oh, I've been around.
But look, Robin, I didn't want to fight last time either. I was just doing what this guy, and she points at Barnaby, just doing what he said. I don't know why you're getting mad at me.
Robin's going to step in front of Barnaby, and she's going to just interrupt him, basically.
Yeah, sure.
And she's just looking over at Taylor, and she's just gonna be like, "If you care at all about Jenny and the things she did for you, you will have respect in these places."
I don't see what she has to do with this, but of course I care about her. Why are you acting like this?
Robin's going to point at the painting, and she's just gonna say, "She's one of the Fanes, Taylor." And what we're doing with these stones, we are taking the power of the land and the power of the Fanes.
But what do you mean? There's no way. She never said that.
So Taylor, give me a perception and an insight. Okay, you don't really see it. The resemblance that Robin is trying to put out there, but you feel that Robin truly believes, like strongly believes, that the woman that raised you is a part of this, a big part of this. Perhaps, maybe, a physical embodiment of one of the Fanes, or a priestess of the Fanes, but is definitely in some way way more involved than you ever imagined.
Robert, I don't know why you think what you think. I mean, I guess I'm just confused.
Robin's just going to take another step. She's just going to say, "Look, we've committed to a course, and I think it's the right thing as much as anything can be. but if you respect what Jenny did for you at all,
why do you keep saying that? Of course I do. Like,
then don't just jump to combat. We must be respectful of these places, even as we take their power.
Man, my memory must be going crazy because I don't remember just outright attacking the thing at the last circle like this out of character. Did I do that?
I mean, like, Robin was negotiating and, like, you just kind of jumped in and attacked the thing.
I mean,
we're gonna check the footage later.
It's all on tape. It's all on tape. It's pretty easy to check, but either way, if Robin interpreted that way, I mean, that's it's still role playing. So
yeah, she must be confusing it with the bear encounter.
No,
I wasn't there for the bear encounter.
So
no, you were there. You were.
Barnaby just watched this unfold. He sits down and just rock.
Taylor's just gonna say, look, I don't want to fight anything, and I need you to stop bringing Jenny into this. I don't know why you would think I don't respect her. That's really weird. But, I mean, whatever you need me to do, Robin, I'll do.
Robin's going to kind of close her eyes and, like, try to calm down for a second. She's going to say, I'm not questioning how much you care for her. I'm questioning if you know what the ramifications of what we're doing means to her.
Robin, you know me pretty well. I would never do anything to her, Jenny. What we're doing here is we're just taking the power of the land from Strahd. That's what I thought.
Robin's going to take a step closer, and she's going to kind of, like, sink down to a knee and kind of look up at you, and she's just going to say, Taylor, I think it's possible that when we complete this, I don't know that the Fanes will be dead per se, but they will certainly be weakened. I think that's why the land is disappearing. And I think that she's going to be dead. I think we will have killed her.
That seems like a jump. Strahd's not going to die. He's getting his power.
Taylor is in fucking freak out mode right now.
It sounds to me like you're stalling her, Robin.
What do you... She's gonna be dead. No! There's no... How are you so sure she's a Fane? I grew up with her for over 200 years, and she never mentioned that. It seems like a pretty important thing.
Robin is going to not answer that immediately. She's just going to look back at you, and she's going to say, I'm not stalling. I want to make sure that Taylor knows what is going on.
Wait, Barnaby, you said you know Jenny. Is this going to hurt her?
Oh, I suppose. But at this point...
Wait, what do you mean you suppose?
Well, I mean, you're destroying the land. And Jenny is of the land. Just like Miss Keller here. Destroying herself.
Robin, we can't do this. What are we doing?
Oh, what do you mean? You can't now. We've gone this far?
2 out of 3. The realm's crumbling. She's gonna die one way or the other. Now you have to decide if you want to join her, you want all your little friends up in Kresik to join her. There's a lot of stakes to think about.
Robin's going to look back at Taylor. She's just going to say, I didn't know until we got here and I saw that painting.
What do you... Aren't you the seeker? Like,
Secret doesn't mean that I know everything that's going on and who secret people are or exactly how they're connected to everything. But every time we have finished capturing the power from one of these, I have felt part of myself being torn apart. And I think the same is happening to Jenny, only more. Much more. And I'm not saying she's going to be dead completely. I mean, I think Jenny will be. I don't think her self will be, as long as there's any power left in these stones.
Don't you think you've blown this out of proportion? We even spoke with Jenny. She didn't bring up anything like this. We told her exactly what we were going to do.
That's right, we told her exactly what we were going to do, and remember the raven that let us perform the ritual at the first sight and then died? That was one of the Fanes, one of the spirits of the Fanes, and it agreed. It agreed with what we wanted to do. It sacrificed itself.
Will they just
Robin,
come back when the stones break?
Can you just stop talking?
Don't they just come back when the stones break?
Robin just shrugs.
You just ask in the room at large, or
yeah, and just yells it, says it out loud after everybody's talking.
I doubt it. I think this is the power that the Dark Lord plans to use.
First of all, that which never truly lived cannot die.
Just
The creature you know, the woman you know, she is ancient. She was the land. She hangs on, waiting for a miracle that's never come. Miss Keller, you're not the first to fail. Duties as the seeker. But now...
Robin's going to whip around at him, and she's just going to say, I haven't failed yet.
We'll be the last, though. Now, it sounds like Miss Swift has put all of the thoughts and feelings back in the box. So why don't we move on?
I hate you.
You should. That's good. I hate myself. It's a terrible time to come to such a revelation. Because I speak true to you when I say it's too late to turn back now. With 2/3 of the land's power stolen, what hope is there? We need to move forward and finish what was started. The woman you know.
The other third was given, and I intend to make this portion of the power also given.
All right, if you're so sure yourself, go ahead.
Robin's going to stand up. She's going to kind of walk back towards the middle of the circle again, or of this area. She's going to say, "This is how we have to do this." Jenny knew. He sent us on our way here. I promise that I will do everything I can in this to bring you back fully. But we can't do that until the Dark Lord has sorted out his mess of things as well. And as long as he is trapped within his curse, the land is cursed as well. And this power is required to break his curse. Please, don't fight us on this. Please help us. And if you help us, I swear I will do everything I can to help fulfill my mission as a seeker.
You see movement in the shadows formed by the arms and sort of wrap, like the cloth sort of linen wrap that the woman has around her her hips and her forearms, and you see a snake kind of slithering out of the shadows. It coils down the legs of the statue and then onto the stairs in front of it. And you watch as that snake, with the crackling of bone and the tearing of flesh, begins to grow in size, forming elephant-like, trunk-like legs, heavy hips, a fat stomach concealed by heavy, swinging breasts, and long, abnormal arms with extra joints that end in spidery hands. See Jenny Greenteeth stand before you.
Taylor's gonna run up to her.
As you do, she opens her arms to embrace you. And yeah, and then she takes you into her embrace and she wraps those spindly arms and fingers around you. And she says, "Oh, there you are, my girl. There you are. No more mask for you."
Oh, Jenny, they're saying that you're one of them, and she'll point at the tapestry, and that if we do this, she'll die.
She follows your gaze and then looks at the tapestry and smiles sadly. Says, "And no more mask for me either."
So it's true?
She nods. My sisters and I were forced to take on a form of flesh and bone. One of my sisters, she always loved the sky, for she was the mountains and the hills. She would soar high above them to gaze down at her own beauty. The other was the swamps, the fens, the marshes, the rivers, teeming with life, she could not make up her mind. And so she became many things. But in doing so, her mind and purpose became divided. You were able to save her from Baba Lysaga, who bled her for her immortality. The animals that she would capture were embodiments of a fane. I, despite being the youngest, or perhaps because I am the youngest, always look to the future. I felt we needed someone who could speak with the men of this land. And so I assumed the form of a beautiful woman. Alas, as the corruption grew and the curse deepened, it reflected in my outward appearance. Long have I waited. Long have I nursed hope in my heart. But I am tired. You were... And she kind of brushes your hair back from your forehead with one of her knuckles. You were the brightest light in my darkest days. And perhaps I kept you too long for myself, under the illusion of keeping you safe. But truly, I just feared life without you.
Well, Taylor's gonna pull out the stone of change. She's gonna be like, look, if this belongs to your sister, you could give it to her. I don't need it. Like, we don't need to do this.
My sisters are dead. One
But you said we saved her.
did. And then you did not. I do not blame you. You are, despite your age, naive, and that is my own doing. I sought to protect you, but in doing so, I left you vulnerable. She looks over at Barnaby. This Faye was once a champion of nature. Now, she just sort of stares over at him. She stares back at her.
He is a slave to dark ambition. I am the only one that's left. But I am too weak to hold the land together.
She looks over at you, Robin, and she says,
Do you still believe this will work?
Robin's going to nod. She's going to say, I think that everything here in Barovia is an incredible long shot. It certainly has the opportunity to fail at many points, but I think it's the only thing that can work, potentially. Everything else is just spinning the cycle round and round and round. Somehow we have to break it. And I don't know what the land is going to look like afterwards, or what all of the fallout will be. But I think we can break this cycle, and we can move on to whatever is next, and let things rest that need to rest, and let new life grow that needs to grow. And to me, that is the land, is letting the cycles that are natural and good and not tied into a curse take shape once again, whatever form that needs to be.
I miss being formless. I miss being the wind through the pine needles. I miss being the sound of newborn squirrels. I miss being the roots and the soil and the scent of trees. I am tired. Never before have I hurt this much. Because never before did I understand what love was.
she looks down at you, Taylor.
You will go on and on and on. It is the birthright of your people. I will go on as well, but not as you know me and see me. I will return what I was, and perhaps I will return to the land someday. A land cleansed of darkness.
Robin takes a few steps closer, not to get in the way of anything, but just kind of like, this is getting kind of intimate up here, and he wants to not have to talk as loud or across the room and be a little more connected to everything. And so she steps closer and she's going to say, Jenny, I can think of nothing greater that I could do that could potentially help to cure this land than to take someone, to take a part of the land that has now experienced love, and do everything I can to find a way to return it. I promise that that will be my goal.
She nods slowly.
And Robin will turn to Taylor and she's going to say, I'm sorry for earlier. I didn't know how to. I couldn't risk doing this without you knowing and getting a chance to have a moment. And she's just going to kind of step back because she doesn't want to intrude on them anymore.
I mean, Taylor's just gonna be like, your delivery was really bad.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
But if this is what Jenny wants, I mean, that's what we'll do.
She lets out a low, sort of sob. She says,
"None of this is what I wanted, child. I never wanted to be bound to such a terrible and selfish man. I never wanted our lands, our souls, to be dragged into shadow. I took the burden of human form to wait for a champion that would free us. And in the end, I failed. And now, I return. And I carry with me my last hope. Do not let this all be for nothing.
What would you have me do?
she pulls you close and she whispers something only you can hear. Do you want to go secret chat for it?
Yeah, sure.
I gotta find it. Hold on. So many channels. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
After one last hug, Taylor kind of backs away, and she'll look at Robin and she'll tell her to do what you have to do.
Jenny will gesture for you to approach, Robin.
Robin will approach.
You will bear the heart of summer.
Yeah, Robin pulls out the gem. I already do.
And you, traitor, you have the magic. Make this work.
He nods.
I remember the fight you had in your eyes. It is with great sadness that I think you have put it out. But it is hard for light to burn for long. Such dark places. I do not blame you, Barnaby.
And you notice Robin, Barnaby is crying. Tears of blood. Alright. You feel the stone start to thrum with power. And you see Jenny just stare into your eyes. Barnaby begins to do the incantations and draw the runes. And within moments, Jenny slumps over, dead.
And during this whole time, Robin will just maintain eye contact, and she's just, I think, tears streaming, but will just keep eye contact with Jenny the whole time until she's gone.
Give me a Constitution saving throw and a Death saving throw as the energy fills the heart of summer. Okay.
Let's see. Death saving throws. They're hidden. Where we go? I mean, I know I don't need to, but do it anyhow.
Or you just roll
You
just roll
I'm
D20
just gonna roll a
if you don't have
D20.
any You have modifiers to your saves though, right? Because of you have a luck stone or something?
I think I gave the Luckstone away.
Oh.
So I think
Okay.
it's a 17.
All right. You survive the process. And you watch as Jenny's body just rapidly decomposes. Turns to dust. And then you just feel a violent sort of and like an Indiana Jones movie, this pillar of stone falls over, hits this obelisk, the obelisk shatters, Barnaby runs away, and the cavern begins to collapse.
Well, that's our cue to leave.
You guys shimmy on up the rope.
Yeah. I mean, I think Robin would try to be the last one up, and like trying to just kind of take this place in as much as she can.
All right.
Before
And he's probably waiting for you.
I mean, Robin's not going to fight Anne over it, but like, she'll.
All right.
You know.
Real talk. Victor is not sure he can make this. Let's see. Oh, he's struggling. Oh man, you guys actually might lose your
I may
wizard
be
here.
struggling harder.
Yeah.
Because I spider walk down, but I can't spider walk up unless I can spider walk up a rope.
I mean,
Like, used as a tightrope.
spider rope is that busted. You can absolutely do that.
Well, in that case, it's
All
not
right.
a problem.
All right, it takes Victor 2 tries, but he hits that DC 10 to climb a rope in the 5th Age of Magic. And you guys scamper on out of there. Oh, and then the heck? Oh, that's weird. Okay, my Foundry like flashed white for some reason. Oof. Okay. Let's see. I'll put you guys upstairs. Well, on the surface. Robin, as you're the last one to go, you look around, hoping to see the ghost of the Grail Guard, aka Jenny's Force Ghost, but nothing. All right.
Yeah.
Up top, the skies are a disturbing indigo kind of purple black swirl. They are not the same skies that were that you were looking at when you went down there. And Robin, you feel a tremendous loss and just a terrible pain in your abdomen, in your throat, like kind of by your jawline, in your armpits. You just feel sick in like a way that like you would just tell a doctor you feel terrible, but it'd be hard to like quantify how you feel. You just feel poisoned, I guess.
Yeah, like I think we get out of there, and I think she just kind of collapses onto the ground, like now that she's out. And I mean, assuming like it's not all just continuing to collapse around her, we have to keep running or something. But as soon as it's safe to, she'll just collapse on the ground and kind of just lay there, kind of numbly, I think, and in pain.
Well, 3 out of 3. Suppose it's time to head back to the castle then.
Strahd's not coming here.
Well, it occurs to me that you're pretty beat up, so we'll be heading back to the castle, get you patched up. Can't be going into a ancient temple of evil, fighting ancient gods of darkness if you're, well, not at your best.
Oh, it take us a while to walk that far.
Oh no, you see that tree over there? We're just going to walk into that tree and then out of a tree into the courtyard of Castle Ravenloft.
Convenient.
Well, I'd say you earned it.
I was almost looking forward to the walk.
Well, I'd say that there's just not enough time for that.
And he kind of points to the skies that look like they are hearkening the end of days.
So I guess pick yourselves up and let's go.
All right. Do you guys follow him towards the tree?
Yeah, and does.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin will. After a moment, she'll kind of slowly pick herself up and just kind of traipse after.
All right. Ooh. How we're gonna get you through? So big. All right. So he will reduce you.
Oh,
You
Well,
gonna?
Do we roll initiative afterwards? Like,
ugh.
I mean, you turn sideways, smaller profile.
I mean, I guess he will look tentatively at you and say,
Listen, I'm going to cast a spell that'll let you fit through the tree. The tree, you're not even going to be inside it more than a moment, so you don't need to be worried about it being too cramped. And then we'll be on the other side, and you'll be on a nice big courtyard.
It's more of a small person making ants smaller.
oh,
We'll see how long. Let me do some.
okay.
And you
I
don't
mean,
possess the internal strength to bear it for even a moment.
oh, dang, dang.
All right, hold on.
As we're just queuing up
All
wisdom saves.
Anne's gonna shove Wayne to the ground.
Oh, dang.
And
Okay. Let's see the athletics check versus the acrobatics, I guess. Oh, that's a pretty good acrobat. Oh, never mind. Okay. So, like, home run bat
I
sound
just said
effects.
flying
Yeah,
yards away.
just tumbling ass over tea kettle down the fucking hill. All right. And he says,
getting
all
that out of our
right,
system.
all right. We'll find a bigger... We'll find a bigger tree.
Feeling the dopamines of shoving somebody who was smaller than her, weaker than her. Then she calms down and says, yeah, go ahead, do it. We'll
Oh,
get
all
through
right.
here.
Okay. So he's going to shrink you down, and then everybody will go on a nice ride to Castle Ravenloft. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. Castle Ravenloft. Didn't know if we'd need this again, but here we are. Oh no. Are the... Oh, okay, there they are. Let's see. Scene... Courtyard? Alright. I'm so sorry for the pounding ass rain that's about to play for everybody, but... Immersion. Maybe it'll play for everybody.
It's better that it's pounding ass rain, as opposed to ass pounding.
That's true. It's true.
I don't think I want to experience that.
A bidet with those settings costs like $400. So, I've heard. All right. I don't know why the scene's not loading. Is it loading for any of you guys?
Like a 98.
Okay.
2% away.
Yeah,
98.
Yeah, I went ahead and like hit the refresh on my browser, so I'm gonna see if that gets me in. That gets me to 99. All right. I guess we'll. I guess we'll theater of the mind it for a little bit. While we wait. All right. So, yeah, you guys step through the a tree into the courtyard of the castle and the pounding rain, and then you guys quickly I'm assuming quickly, make your way towards the front doors of the castle. Right. Damn it, Foundry. It's like, I can't let you switch scenes until I load this scene, homie. It's like, cool. But
I
what if
reloaded
you-
and got to 99, so I
Yeah.
reloaded and thought maybe I'll get to that extra 1%, and I'm at 99.
You know what? I think I might just exit and restart the server. That might be a good idea.
You might. It might. Did you have to bring it in from a compendium?
Yeah.
Delete the scene again, and it should just kick us to no scene.
Oh, okay. Alright. No, it won't even let me right click on the scene, dude.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Weird. Alright, so I'll just kick us all real quick. Dang. But man, that Forest Fane boss fight, pretty cool, I'm just saying. Man, pretty cool. Not the coolest boss fight, but it was still pretty cool. But you know what? Deeply emotional scene, fueled by role-playing, better than any boss fight. I'll stand by that.
What if you have both?
What if you have both? How do you have both?
You have a
It's
deeply
like, thank you for this deeply emotional scene. Now I'm gonna turn to a boss and kill you.
What we do is from here we zoom
Or-
out and we follow two separate realities. One where this conversation happened, or
Wait.
one where we have the
The
boss
ritual
What
fight.
happens
forces-
in combat?
Or
Oh,
she
the
can't
ritual
stop
force
herself.
the combat. I see.
Yeah,
I
she
see.
can't stop herself. So while the combat's happening, she's saying, "I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't want to hurt you, Failure."
This guy plays a lot of Final Fantasy 14, so that's yeah.
Oh, railroad track saving.
They love that shit. Like, you did everything you could to prevent this boss fight, but you have to fight me anyways to prove you're strong. Also, we paid a lot of people a lot of money to design these boss fights, so there's no getting out of them. My game's just broken forever.
Mine is too.
I am so sad right now. Oh man.
I mean, we're just gonna go shopping, you know, like
What?
Shopping?
Castle-
No. We're
Castle
gonna have
has-
another
has-
dinner.
Castle has
Castletown?
vendors, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
true.
to fix it is if you just hit that update button.
Oh,
no,
Oh my
God.
god, that is
No,
the
no, no.
forbidden button.
Oh,
Alright.
oh boy.
Boy, you've been crossing some lines today.
Here's the thing. I will boot up one of the other Curse of Strahd servers, and then I'll at least have the information that I need, and then we can theater of the mind it from there. So, because the problem is a lot of the notes that I need are in the world. So, and if I can't get into these other worlds, then I might be suspicious that it's not something that we did.
Tell me
Yeah,
you
it's Thursday
haven't
night.
memorized the entire DM's guide to Curse of Strahd?
I have it pretty well memorized. I could probably do it, but it'd be a lot easier if I was.
Yeah, I wasn't putting you on the spot
Is it
there, bro.
the part where we
You
realize
chill
that the
out.
Curse of Strahd well on?
Well,
Thursday
again,
Curse
The
is
Curse of
strong.
Strahd, it's inevitable.
this adventure has the most support of any adventure I've ever seen or run in my entire life, including a man read the entire book from cover to cover. So I just listened to this man read the book for this adventure like 4 times. So yeah, I have a pretty good grasp of this particular adventure, more so than I think any other adventure that I've run, because I'm a very good audio book listener. So
I envy you. I'm a very shit audiobook listener.
yeah, I'm a very bad reader, so
I'm not a good reader either, but reading, if I'm spacing out, I can at least look back on the page. But audiobooks, you have to like rewind it. You gotta guess on the slider. Like,
Yeah.
I'm too scatterbrained for it.
My favorite audiobook right now, it's called One Piece. It's about a boy named Luffy who ate the gum fruit.
Oh my
He wants to
God.
become the king of the pirates. It's honestly the best audiobook ever because if I do
I can't even believe it's an audiobook form.
No, it's not, bro. It's just
Oh,
a
you're
show.
just listening to that.
You listen to the anime.
Yeah, it's the perfect anime to listen to.
I mean,
because
the animation goes down to the shit after.
Yeah, they shout all their moves. They announce what they're doing to everyone, and then the Pokemon guy, the Pokemon guy, the guy from Pokemon, he tells you everything that's happened in the last episode, everything that's gonna happen in this episode, and then at the end of the episode, he tells you everything that happened in the episode and everything that's gonna happen in the next episode.
Pretty much.
It's like having Danny Carr for Critical Role. You know what I'm saying? Like it's incredible. So yeah, sometimes I hear them do stuff. I'll sometimes get curious and I'll look at my phone to see what a character looks like. But a lot of the characters in One Piece, you could do like a challenge with me where you're like, all right, I want you to draw this character from One Piece, and I will have no idea what they look like, and I'll just draw them based on what I.
Well, there's like
what I heard they do. You know what I'm saying? Like what I heard them do. I'll be like, oh yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, sure, I know what this person looks like. Yeah.
Where are you at now?
696.
So that helps. Is
that
Dressrosa?
Do Flamingo, yeah.
Yeah, Dressrosa. Okay.
I think it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think Dressrosa is pretty good.
It's better than the previous one, the one with Caesar Milan or whatever the fuck his name was.
Oh, dude, I hated.
God,
hated
it was so
that
bad. I mean, highlight was definitely the little girl trying to overdose on drugs so that the other children wouldn't overdose on drugs. I was like, damn, Oda, you hate me.
A lot of stuff happens to kids.
It's a very liberating experience as a storyteller, because I'm like, the majority of the world loves this shit. So like, I feel like if you're doing if you're doing anywhere as good as the worst One Piece, you're probably doing okay.
I made it in.
Yeah, you did?
Yep.
Is it just a blank screen? Or...
Yeah, it's just a blank screen.
But it loaded though. But it's a blank screen.
Well, thank God for that. All right, I'll just try to take you back to your dashboard then, and we'll just theater of the mind it. All right. Can we get to the dashboard? Here we go. Maybe we'll go to the map page. That's even better. Less stuff to load. All right, cool. All right. So you guys return to Castle Ravenloft, closing your eyes, theater of the minding it, all that jazz. I'm gonna go grab the rest of Strahd's crew. That's what I was trying to get, was the rest of Strahd's crew. Let's see. Oh, there they are. These guys. Oh. Animated armor didn't make it. Sorry, bro. Darby killed you.
Yeah. Yep.
So I feel like I could talk to you guys about this. In the other game, someone's wearing that suit of armor, and they've read the book, and they heard about the armor, and they're like, "Whoa, I have some armor from Castle Ravenloft too." They're like, I wonder if I could turn it into an Iron Man suit of armor. That was their conclusion. It was like, maybe I could turn it into an Iron Man suit of armor. It wasn't like, this is Strahd's animated armor as featured in the book. It was just like, oh yeah, because they got the same encounter with like the wagon full of like supplies or whatever. Yeah. I will say they were not like as they were not as like joyful as you guys were. Like, I felt really bad for you guys because you were so happy because you'd had so many bad things happen like in a row, and I was like, oh.
I mean, we didn't have any magic at all till
you guys
then.
were like, this is so great. And I was just like, God, I hate what this campaign's turned me into.
Yeah,
Like,
5 sessions later, I lose it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was just like, damn. All right, so
Yeah, you were like them. Like we were hate messaging Darby in the DMs, like, how could you lose that? That was so important to the group.
So when you guys head into the castle, you are greeted by this little cutie. All right. She runs up and hugs Barnaby, and Barnaby embraces her back. And she has a cute little dragon on her shoulder. Look at that cute little dragon. Oh, it's so fucking cute. She is quite possibly the most adorable being you've ever seen in your entire lives. But by now, you know all the telltale signs that she is a vampire. And those of you who have watched Lord of the Rings or the other 3 movies that they made, you know that she is a hobbit, a halfling.
I mean, you say that, but those are theoretically highly distinctive IPs that should not be combined at all for legal purposes.
Fair. And then she says, "Oh, is this them? Are you SWAT? Is it because you specialize in fighting spiders?"
I mean, not just spiders, but all kinds of things.
Ah. I haven't paid much attention to the scrying crystals, but you're quite popular around the castle. I'm Eloise.
I'm Jason. And this is Anne, Robin, Taylor. Probably already know Wayne. And Victor.
Oh, you all are in terrible shape. It's to be expected. You don't have any magic. I'm surprised you're even still standing. And then you hear a voice from behind her, and a figure moves into the light, and you see that it is Strahd, but he is looking rough. Dude is fucking disheveled. It's just like his eyes and cheeks are just stained with blood. His hair, normally impeccably styled with Dapper Dan hair tonic, is just all over the place. And he looks like he's maybe curing 3 stacks of exhaustion. And he says, Ergol suggested these champions for that very reason. Magic makes people soft. These champions stand before you, forged in pain. Their bones mended only by the blood of heroes. He says, "Oh, well, if the blood of heroes is taking care of it," and then he chuckles and he says, "But now, you will use magic, for things are moving much faster than I anticipated, and we do not have time for any more delays." She shrugs and says, "Okay. Line up." And as she does, more and more vampires start to roll up into the crib, and you see the cold shoulders. You also see another group of vampires that you hadn't encountered yet. Let's see. I guess you've heard about them though, but you haven't encountered them. Right. It looks like he has called in all of his peeps for this. You see the cold shoulders. You see Iris the blood artist, Lexi, the deep drinker, Verzonia, the Queen of Witches, Falcon. That's it. It's just Falcon. He doesn't have any title. Vorheim, and then this dude Sanderson.
Ah, we've met him.
This crew over here, they're not present. This crew over here. The 3 brides are there. Sorry, the 4 brides are there. Rahadin is there. I mean, the horse isn't actually there right now, but. And Roderick Ardengriff is there as well, and he gives a bro nod to Barnaby and Eloise, and they return the bro nods in kind. All right, so you're up first, Jason.
Sure.
Okay. She says, and you are?
Jason Taylor.
Okay. I thought she was Taylor. Did you guys get married?
No.
Oh.
I just have a very common last name.
Is it?
Oh, to me it is.
Oh. Alright, well, what's wrong with you?
Oh, well, we've been having nightmares at night. Probably some ag business.
Oh, I thought that was taken care of. Has that not been resolved?
Ooh, I think they're gone, but not exactly feeling any better.
Oh, drained life force. Okay. Alright. Anything else? Seeing missing pieces, bits and bobs that fell off? Internal organs permanently damaged?
No, got all 10 fingers.
Okay. Those are both your original eyes? Alright, seems simple enough.
In a way.
Alright. And she casts Greater Restoration on you. And you feel incredible. Like you just got a week's worth of penicillin and antibiotics and a California cleanse and probiotics in your tummy, and you went to got a skin treatment. God damn it, David. Thank you for getting the pull, though. Thank you for getting the pull. All right. All right. Next up. Oh, wow. You're awfully big. The dragon hisses at you, and she says, "It's okay, Spencer. They're on our side."
All the heads growl back at it, and licks her lips.
You're gonna have to be nice. We don't do that. Let's start over. I'm Eloise, this is Spencer, and you are...
Anne.
Okay, Anne. Where do we start? What do you need?
The nightmares thing that Jason said.
Okay. Easy enough. Greater Restoration. Boop. And she casts Greater Restoration on you. And then she looks past you at the others, and she takes her bag, and she pulls out a scroll case in size, and she starts to pull scrolls out of the scroll case. All right. Anyone else? We all good?
Yeah, I kind of like push past everyone. Hi, Eloise. I'm Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. I'm really sorry about the genocide of your people. I didn't have anything to do with it, but it makes me sad anytime I think about it.
Yeah, you bringing it up doesn't really help.
Yeah, I realized that after I said it. But apparently, the boss has buried the hatchet, so you can repopulate your species now. You know, that makes it sound worse. So what's wrong with you?
Well, my friends are all changed. Point to Wayne.
Oh,
Baker's
you
face.
want to be changed too?
No, I want them
Oh.
changed back.
Oh.
Some of my friends are dead. My
Okay.
mom's dead. And I'm pretty tired.
Oof. Okay. Okay. She looks over at the cold shoulders. They kind of like shrug. She looks over at Barnaby. Barnaby kind of like shrugs. She looks at Strahd. As she looks back at you, she says, "So you're tired?"
Yeah, I mean, we've been moving around a lot. And the other stuff, too. I'd like to have fixed if you can.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get some sleep before we head out. So you probably just knock that out with some sleep, right?
Oh, I thought we were in a rush.
Well, I mean, people need their magic and stuff. It's kind of important. We're gonna sleep, and then we're gonna walk through a tree, and then just a little bit further up the mountain, Amber Temple. Don't worry, we're all gonna be working together. Many hands lightens the load.
Oh, that's nice. But I'm afraid I just won't be able to get a well rest.
Okay. She looks at Strahd. Strahd just does like a dismissive gesture, and she casts Greater Restoration. And she casts Greater Restoration on you.
Thank you so much. Are you gonna do the other stuff?
What? What do you mean other stuff?
Taylor kind of like looks around at everybody. You know what? Don't worry about it. And she'll just walk away.
All right, next.
I'm fine as long as I get to rest. We go.
Okay.
Victor, I think you need to be taken care of, friend. He's still got the banshee thing on him. I don't know if that went away, but
Oh. Okay. He nods and approaches. And she says, okay, some pretty bad burns. Alright. You want a regeneration, or... And he says, you can heal my skin? And she says, yeah. There's very little that magic can't do. And he smiles, and says, that is good to hear. I was also... We bore witness to a great many banshees. Ever since I hear their song, and I feel them calling me towards death. And she says, oh, that's just a standard remove curse. Yeah, no problem. She goes through a scroll case. Here you go. We don't even have to do any weird blood hunter stuff for this one. Alright, so that's done.
Oh,
And then let's see,
Taylor gets back in line.
okay. Then you're gonna get one of these bad boys. There you go. Now your face will be nice. And I mean, how are you concentrating? You've got to be in a tremendous amount of pain. And he just like tries to look tough, and he's like, it is nothing. But and like all the burn stuff kind of like flakes off as like fresh skin grows underneath, and like he feels like the fresh pink skin with his hand. He winces, but like smiles, and he says, thank you.
Thank you.
She says, "Oh, you need something else? What's up?"
Oh, yeah. Victor made me think about it. After we fought some hags, every time I choose to hurt something, I feel pain.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a minor curse. Here you go. Boop.
Thank you. And she'll go stand next.
Okay. Now I don't know. I'm not inside the heads of your characters, but I don't know how your characters feel knowing that these other adventuring parties had magic and they still fucking failed.
That's I put that up just a second ago, and remember these guys failed.
It's like what Strahd said, that the magic made them soft.
Yeah, maybe they ran into some woe eaters, and then that was looking into their party. I don't know.
Fucking will-o-wisp.
Yeah. A woe eater is a 5e monster that has its own localized anti-magic field. So, yeah. Tough times. Tough times.
Robin's been really quiet, but will kind of just finally approach Eloise and just kind of say, there were hags that were dealt with, but...
Greater restoration.
Yeah. But I don't want it to take away this, and she's going to hold up her hand and arm.
Oh. No, it's a different thing. That's fine. That's not looking so great, though. And when she says that, you look at your plant's arm, and you do see that it is sickly and withered. It reminds you of the Golthius tree.
Yeah, and I mean, I also know she has that burning in her stomach thing that I'm sure is also...
Yeah, so the Greater Restoration would actually abate those symptoms, but within an hour or so, they would come kind of creeping back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like taking some really great painkillers, but then as they start to wear off, what they were masking is still there. All right. Strahd says, you may head up to the guest quarters. We will be leaving in 8 hours. Make whatever final preparations you must. The closest tree to the temple. Place us in Argynvost hunting ground. The creature is bound by necromancy and should not be a problem. But in my weakened state, I cannot be too careful. For that reason, we will be bringing one additional team with us. The other will stay here at the castle to keep an eye on things. Should we bring the Cold Shoulders or the Dead Poets Society?
I mean...
You know them better than we do.
Oh, can we get a poll?
Sure.
It's like we're putting ripped a piece of paper in a hat,
I mean, OOC, do we have a sense of which one is the better group?
Definitely the group with the Archdruid and the cleric. That's pretty good.
Right? That's... I mean, other than we're going to have to call them the Dead Poets Society the whole time, right?
This guy gave me a book. I like him.
I don't know if we want to deal with insensitive laughter that makes everybody... Remember, this guy also does a lot of stuff against his party, too, because of his laughter thing. I don't know if we want to bring him.
There you go.
Oh, that's an option?
Wait, hey, that's an option?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can vote twice. Okay. Good.
Dom is just like in ecstasy. Oh, I can vote as many times as I want. Yes.
I've learned that that's Dom's actual fantasy is being able to vote for 2 different things. So not very American of him, but I'll respect it. I'll respect it. So
Ranked choice voting. That's what we need on here.
Yeah. Ranked choice voting is the best.
Dang, you shutting out the cold shoulders. Dang. All right.
You shocked by the decision?
Question. So, is Robin going to be able to rest here?
Yes, because you no longer have that benefit as a seeker. You would actually have dropped down a tier.
Okay.
Also, what does Robin's new stone do?
Oh yeah, and do I have new stuff?
Oh yes, the new stone. Let me grab your sheet. Yes. Let's see. Scroll. Need to get rid of the old stone before I put the new one. Ah, there it is. Delete.
Oh.
Alright. This is the Infernal Heart of Summer. The Infernal Heart of Summer is a large radiant orange crystal shard pulsating with an inner fire that seems almost alive. It radiates a comforting warmth when held, but its power is overwhelming, bordering on the uncontrollable. You gain a +2 to strength, surpassing the normal limits. You gain access to Bonfire, Mold Earth, and Firebolt cantrips. The spell DC for these is 18. The related casting stat for attacks is Charisma. You can cast Fire Shield, Warm version self-only, as an innate spell once per long rest, DC 18. You can cast Flame Strike as a 5th level innate spell once per long rest, DC 18. Real talk, Flame Strike anywhere but Barovia, not great, but having access to radiant damage, always nice. Advantage on saving throws against fear and fire and heat based effects and damage. So anything that would cause fire, fear, or heat, you would have advantage against. Resistance to cold damage. And it mimics the effects of a ring of warmth. So you never have to worry about cold weather or wearing cold weather clothing, which is good, because where you're going is very cold. Gruesome costs. Thermal overload. Each time you cast a non-cantrip spell using the Infernal Heart, you must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or gain 1 level of exhaustion as your body struggles to cope with the intense heat. Burning presence. While attuned to this item, your body temperature is unnaturally high. Flammable objects in direct contact with you have a chance of igniting. If you end your turn in physical contact with another creature, they take 1d6 fire damage. During initiative, if you end your turn but have not moved at least 15 feet, you take 1d6 true damage per proficiency bonus. Infernal Attraction. The powerful magic within the Infernal Heart of Summer draws the attention of fire-based creatures and spirits. There's a chance that such beings may seek you out, either to claim the heart for themselves or to challenge the wielder's control over its power. Any time a random encounter is rolled, there's a 50% chance the encounter is a powerful fire-based being, which Baylors, by the way, are fire-based beings, seeking the stone for itself. And the Curse of Scorched Earth. If you die while attuned to the Infernal Heart of Summer, your body combusts an explosive burst of flame, dealing a significant 30d6 fire damage to everything within 30 feet. It is a con save, DC 18 for half. This leaves behind only charred remains, making resurrection spells more difficult and requiring a resurrection or true resurrection spell. Congrats.
Very cool.
All right.
You move with end your turn without moving. 4d6.
While in initiative, but yeah. No. It's 1d6. It's every turn that you don't move. It's only 1d6
per
damage.
PB.
Yeah, per PB.
Per PB.
Oh, per PB. Yeah. Then it's
It's
really
4d6
yeah.
per turn.
So
Don't
just
move
don't
15 feet.
just don't get immobilized by anything. You should be fine.
Hey, I mean, hey, hopefully, you know, you know, if you get caught by a web, the webs will just get burnt.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. I'm gonna check the campaign checklist real quick because you guys are about to go into a long rest. So let's see if anything interesting has happened here.
What is the best way to add all of these spells onto my sheet?
I just
would
went.
Make them innate spells and drag them
Yeah.
over. Set a flat DC on them.
Yeah.
You
Just
can also
essentially hack your sheet. Yeah.
You can also set them to have a like once per use per long rest thing. So make them innate.
And then I can also set that up for you too if you would like. I just have to do it probably in between sessions.
No, it's
but I can make a note for myself. Let's see. Recover all 3 wine stones and refocus them at the stone circles. Technically, you did that. That is a major milestone. You level up. Alright, and I got news for you. If you can find a way to long rest after entering the Amber Temple, you will gain 2 levels. Because there's 2 major milestones. Enter and survive the Amber Temple, and aid the destined ally in their personal quest, which was to go to the Amber Temple. Also, you could just get another level up right now by telling Strahd about the werewolf shit, because that's on here.
Oh, and Robin actually did promise to talk about it, so she would definitely
okay.
approach him and explain.
Roderick and Valenta attend this conversation because man's very tired and worn out, and they she's in charge of that region, and Roderick is a werewolf.
Yeah, so she would.
But I am rubber banding so hard right now, so yeah.
Yeah, she would just explain about. Oh, I can't remember the werewolf's name. The lady who wants to control it, but she would just explain how she is willing to swear fealty, but would like to have control over her own group of people and not have to be under sway of the more feral werewolves.
Okay. Yeah, they listen, the 3 of them, and Roderick shrugs and says, yeah, I know Wensica. I think that under her leadership, yeah, I think things will be alright. Though all of it sort of feels like a moot point right now.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Strahd says, on the contrary, I have something they can do immediately. Prove their newly sworn fealty to me. There are some would prefer we not succeed. Roderick, Valenta, go to the wolves and tell them they are to guard the pass up Mount Gakis. They must leave immediately. The 2 of them look at each other and they look at him and they rushed out of the room. As they do, you guys complete werewolf shit to the GM satisfaction and gain another level.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Oh.
Holy boy. Oh boy.
Tell me I have to pick 2 feats right now? Like, that is so hard.
Alright, so that's 9 major, and then 9 minor, which is 3. So then you should be at level 12, right?
Yeah.
And the camping cap's at 13, so.
Maybe I should get. I think what I should get. At this point, Great Weapon Master. A little dirty taking it though.
Why? If you do your high,
At
yeah.
this point.
We're at a level where this is why it's level locked. At this point, the game just falls apart anyways. So like everything's back on the table. Like the best the world patch can do is give you a stable gaming environment for like 7 levels.
I'm thinking of taking
all of our hard work gets you 7 levels of stable gameplay.
Thinking of taking Fighter Initiative to get the interception thing. Because if I use that ability, that gets me a bunch of reactions. I can actually protect other people.
That'd be pretty sick.
And I think I was playing on Polar Master, but I can't touch a weapon anymore.
Get a Crusher. You're doing bludgeoning damage all the time. You make so many attacks. Use your con and strength by 1, or strength or con by 1. When you hit a creature with a bludgeoning damage, you can just move them 5 feet.
Every time?
Once per turn.
Ah, that would have been so.
And if you hit a critical hit, you have advantage on the creature. I made an advantage until the start of your next turn. So you hit them once and you crit, you have advantage until the end of your turn, until the next turn.
If that's an early crit,
take tough.
Oh yeah, tough would probably be good too. Actually, you know what? We're gonna be going inside this thing, probably fighting a lot of people that cast magic. Maybe Mage Slayer.
Full little reset action. You gain magic resistance. That does sound pretty good.
Yeah. Also, do we get another maneuver now that we're 12?
It also feels kind of thematic for people in this party to take Mage Slayer, given the whole non-magic party vibe, you know?
Yeah, I may just take Mage Slayer and tough. Seems like two pretty solid options.
Let me see, what was the limit? Yeah, level 12 was our limit. So yeah, we get. Oh no, it's the same as what. Okay, yeah, we get one more.
Take Mage Slayer.
Yeah, we have a total of 6 maneuvers now. So everybody, we got one more maneuver at 11.
And we can swap one maneuver, right?
Is it a new tier of maneuver?
No, it's third, still third. Oh. But we now have a total of 6 maneuvers.
I don't know. I feel like Keen Mind is pretty fitting for Taylor, you know?
That's like, you probably wouldn't know about this movie, but they made a movie called Rain Man back in the day.
I know what Rain Man is.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen enough pop culture references to understand what's in the movie.
So that was like a person who appeared to have very low intelligence, but like, you know, definitely had like the keen mind feat. So, I mean, Alright, let me see if I can... man, I can finally interact with the world again. It's rough. It's kind of kicking my butt here. Alright. Let's try to load this map up then.
Wow. 184.
184 what?
Hit points.
Oh. Does it feel weird to have all your hit points again?
Yes, it does.
Like, you basically just got what, like 80 hit points?
Yeah, I went from 100 and 2. No, 100. Oh yeah, because the 2 levels too. Oof, and with toughness added to that, I got like 50, 80 hit points, 70 hit points. From this.
I'm directly inverse. I'm at 148. So instead of 184. But it's nice having all those hit points back.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Mage Slayer.
Oh, both of us? Let's go.
I'll help with when Anne gets mind control.
And we can do a feat instead of doing ASIs, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Pick a new 5e. The 3rd level of Adamant Mountain or Wind 1. The heck? This maneuver is kind of weird. You can use it's redirect. When a creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to force them to make an intelligence saving throw. On a failure, you take no damage, and the attack targets another creature within 5. A huge or larger attacker has advantage on this saving throw.
So, do we want to sneak off and go get that special weapon that we think would be really strong against,
Or just tell him. At this point.
Yeah, you want me to ask him?
I hate that our murder board became our friendship board.
It's a board of friendship now.
Doesn't sit well with me. What happened to him?
Alright. What do we need? Or what do we want? Make OS, I'll see if I can get him to get us any of it.
So like what? I don't remember if it was in character or not, but I know we talked about killing a god that, requires +3 weapons to hit. None of us have that. So I don't know if the plan is find stuff in the Emperor Temple or be like, Strahd, we need a weapon. Also, I don't know if our characters even know that.
Yeah, I don't think you guys would really know. I mean, you know that there's creatures that need magic to hit them.
I mean, honestly, if we go in there and can't hit him, it's more Strahd's fault at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Alright, that sword that you wanted to get, right? The one in the church?
I mean, I was just bringing it up. I mean, I don't... Unless it's made of wood or mud. I'm not...
I mean, no harm in asking.
Oh man, this might be
kind of in this together, so...
Got real quiet. What's up?
Strahd, you have a moment. We take a small walk. Some of the party members are worried about our equipment.
Your equipment.
Oh, yes. We've heard of a possible weapon that might be in your, well, the ex-church here. Would this be effective against vampire?
His eyes narrow, and he says, "You have heard there is a weapon in the church of the castle.
Or he certainly used to be.
Where did you come by this information?"
Divination from the reading. I want to say that.
I think he's thinking about whether or not to admit that.
I see something. Clarification on something.
Mm. Oh, you sent me a message? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It would no longer. No, it's no longer up as discussed because the three.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this dude is like, you've either been this guy or you've seen this guy a couple times in your life. Like it looks like he's just been run over by a truck. You know what I'm saying? Like he partied too hard. He worked too hard. He worked an 80-hour week, and then his friends convinced him to go out. You know,
He just defeat his 22 kids.
Yeah. Like he's just fucking, just done.
It's a matter where I heard it. We're doing this for you. I've done plenty enough for you. Now,
You're being evasive, which makes me think that it's not something you feel. I would be eager to know.
isn't all knowledge kind of like that? You don't really want to know something until you know it.
That is quite wise. Knowledge is a burden. But if there are rumors, magic weapons just laying around the castle, I'm curious who is telling such stories.
Does it really matter? If the land is not going to be here in a day or two? We want out. You want out. At the moment, we align.
Alright, you may attempt a DC 20 persuasion.
We got one fan smoke.
God damn.
We used
But-
them all last session.
I'm sorry, bro. He's just fucking
Oh yeah, I know. I know.
he's beat. He's fucking tired.
I'm checking my list of stuff.
Wayne Larson already tucked himself into his coffin. He like, I'm fucking done for the day, bro. Good night. I'm leveling up. Because keep in mind, if you did want to go on your own during the 8-hour rest, you would have to do so before leveling up.
All right, here's a roll.
Okay.
This would be at disadvantage.
Oof. Okay.
You want to use a fan spell to make it straight?
What? It's at disadvantage? What's it at disadvantage? It's fucking...
For me to
Why
know.
did we send you to do this?
Yeah. He volunteered to do it. He's a man of action, okay?
Unless you think this counts as an intimidation.
I don't think it would count
No?
as intimidation.
Okay.
No, I don't. Yeah.
All right.
You wanna
He
use-
seemed
you wanna use
very,
the fan spell?
he seemed very polite about the whole thing. It didn't seem very intimidating.
All right. You're right.
Okay.
No, it would save her or one hole in the wall.
Okay.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I sent you the wrong thing too, by the way. It's one less than that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he says, you have proven that you are ready. Do not need any more trinkets or baubles. What you need, Mr. Taylor, is to rest. For there is a great deal of fighting ahead of you. Both of the body and of the soul. And as he says that, he says it with such levity and such weight that your dark passenger retreats to the back of your mind, as if to hide from him.
Well, we'll have to do without then, I guess.
Rest. Be assured. Victory waits for us.
I'm sure something does.
All right. He just kind of walks off, leaves you in the hallway. You can hear the others getting up from the meeting room, which is the dining room, kind of repurposed for the meeting room. They are starting to shuffle about.
Do you come back to us and report?
Boy,
I mean, you were left unattended. You could sneak off on your own. I mean, that's the
Was
thing
everyone-
that could happen.
is everyone together? Like all
I'm-
these, like these parties. These...
Oh yeah. These cliques. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these two left. I couldn't move them earlier because I was having connection issues. But
How
he's
are...
not here. These
Yeah,
guys aren't here.
coming back to the, I guess, the general room and looking over. How do the cold shoulders look?
How do the cold shoulders look?
Yeah.
They look relieved that they don't have to go to the Amber Temple. They look so fucking relieved.
Okay. I didn't know if he
Thor
like...
says, it's okay if you were afraid. I wasn't, but I would understand if you were afraid to go to the Amber Temple, because it's a pretty scary place, but... I mean, my warrior spirit is, angered, and, very angry that I couldn't go. But, you know, guarding the castle is also very important.
And they all nod like, wisdom.
I guess more of... I'm looking to see if like any of them are, you know, taking side glances to, you know, Strahd or the rest of his entourage.
Well, okay, yeah. Give me a perception and an insight. Oh shit. Okay. That would have been a good roll to convince Strahd with. But you notice that Ludmilla and Anastasia are staring each other down like your insight here is that the two of them consider themselves the only two candidates to take over the throne of Castle Ravenloft when Strahd is gone. Peterson and Lily, they are looking over at Strahd with barely disguised hatred and disgust. And when Lily's eyes lock with yours, Jason, you see nothing but boundless disappointment.
Okay. I returned to the group, and they were no dice on getting any other artifacts.
Oh, that's not good. Robin, maybe you should. You have like a report.
At this point, after speaking with Jason, Strahd like fucked off. Like he's,
Ooh.
yeah, like after their conversation ended.
Well, did he say that we can't go get it, or did he just say it's not gonna get it for him?
He said it wasn't that we didn't need it, I guess. He never said we couldn't go looking for it.
Maybe we can get, some other people that know the castle.
Seems others are already laying down stones for what comes after.
Do you think the Cold Shoulders are mad at us for not voting for them?
No.
Why don't we ask them? Wayne, don't you know the Cold Shoulders pretty well?
I already a thing. I mean, unless Crash is willing to retcon me, tucking into my coffin.
I mean, if you guys go exploring, you'll have to de level, but you could definitely go exploring. It was certainly something to think about before smashing those long rest and level up buttons.
I mean, I'm pretty easily reversed.
Okay, I mean, you got the rest of the party to think about.
Yeah, I don't know how everyone else is
Do
doing.
we know if any of her companions were brought back from Krezakir?
If you ask about them, yeah, Cyrus Bellevue would say, what would he say? Hold on. He would say,
yes, Miss Valenta brought the dog and the children, and the master brought the Miss Kolyanovich and her brother.
Can we see them?
Yes, they are waiting in the guest room for you. This comes, if you don't, pardon my forwardness. It might be the last time you ever see them.
Yeah, that was a little forward. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you want to do? Do you want to steal a weapon? Do you want to just go to bed and say we don't need the ultimate vampire slayer to go kill the god of vampires? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should get the weapon. And I mean, Robin is exhausted, but not actually.
Yeah, it would. For me to
Like-
de-level, I just have to put my HP back, and I just don't say I have the 2 feats that I have.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now too. So.
I mean, I can unwind it, but you're gonna have to twist Wayne's arm to get him to come along because he's drunk the Kool-Aid, so to speak.
Alright, I am leveled
Well,
down.
We might as well check in with our companions, make sure they're okay, how they're doing.
I think we should. I feel like if we go up there, it's just gonna be a thing, I want to see them, but we could just go ask people for help,
Help going in finding the weapon, or help us and do something here at the castle when we leave?
No, I'm saying they help us go to, navigate the church and navigate the castle and go to the church.
Yeah, we could ask him.
I'll go ask him.
I can come with you.
Taylor's gonna head over. I don't know. I can't move my mini, but she's gonna go over and talk to the cold shoulders with Jason.
Oh, okay. All right. As you approach, they move back from you, and Peterson moves to the front. Escher waves and smiles at you guys. Peterson says, and what exactly do you need?
Oh, so essentially, we know something that would really help us succeed on the mission. And since you guys live
Taylor
here,
means we would like a tour.
Yeah, a tour.
He
Of the
stares
church. I'm really religious.
He stares at you. They all stare at you. And then Peterson says, well, you're part of the family now. Why don't you just go look for yourself? It's down the hall on the right.
Is there anything in there?
Yes, there's a lot of things in there. Furniture and candelabras, pews, and I think maybe an altar.
I want to insight his directions.
Okay. Hey, I mean, yeah, that doesn't sound like he's sending you to your deaths, but yeah, it also, you get the vibe that they don't plan to help you or be helpful.
Well, we just weren't sure where it was.
It's not a place that any of us like to go.
Oh, I just want to get one last prayer in before, the mission.
Okay, give me a deception.
How about a performance? Because I'm pretending like I'm a very pious individual.
No, it's definitely a deception. Yep, definitely a deception. All right. They all listen to you and shrug.
I guess we gotta just go by ourselves.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow, do you know if Rahadin's coming with us?
Asher says, of course. Strahd wouldn't go anywhere without him, especially if it's this important.
Of course, of course. Well, Taylor, I guess we'd be on our way.
Why'd you have to ask that last question? It really bums me out.
The what?
That last question really bums me out.
The last question bums you out?
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Going, I guess, away from the entourage down the hall.
Uh-huh.
Taylor, I ask because, accidents happen on mountain climbs.
Oh. After all this was done, I was just gonna challenge him to a fight to the death.
Oh, a one-on-one.
But you know, accidents do happen, and she gives you an exaggerated wink.
Alright, it's at this point when Helga Ruvak is trying to gather everyone up to take them to the guest quarters. And she says, SWAT, SWAT, it is time for bed. You must get your rest for tomorrow. Come on, come on. Okay, she starts to kind of gather you guys up. Is there any opposition to her gathering you up?
Taylor, we're in the hallway. Do we
Yeah,
I
the
wasn't
two
able to
of
move
you.
anything.
make ourselves scarce?
Yeah, I think the maps might be working now. I could try to like.
Yeah, unless you guys let us know, like, Anne's just gonna.
All right, here.
It's
I'm a little worried about
Jason's-
Anne eating people, to be honest.
Jason is leading this show.
Okay, let me see. Dining hall. All right. So at this point, it's a pretty crowded scene. I mean, Anne literally takes up like the entire fucking hallway, guys. Like she's just so huge.
Is it tight?
Well, everything's pretty tight now that
All
you're
right.
huge.
Right. I think Anne's
Yeah.
gonna stay. Anne's gonna for her to rest. She'll probably have to be inside of like not the guest room, just somewhere that's
The
open.
dining room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleep on the fucking table.
All right. Let me move you over to this hallway. All right. So inside the room is where the remainder of the people that were on the map table, minus Strahd, would be. You two would have been over here. Wayne would be, I guess, with everyone else. Yeah, because you guys went to talk to some people. Alright, so then she would be here, and then the cold shoulders would be here, and the dead poets would still be over here.
And
So
the,
you guys
the
could-
hallway extends northward.
Yes,
Okay.
you guys could try to dip. You tell me. Make the call.
We'll dip.
Okay. So the two of you roll out. The rest of you, would you get led up to the guest room?
And we'll stay. down here.
Anne's gonna stay down here because of great size and not wanting to go into the stairwell.
Yeah.
Okay. Helga says,
I'd like to stay with Anne as well, if I
What?
can.
You have there are others waiting for you, though.
Oh. Well, when we're done, I'd like to come back and spend the evening here with her.
All right. All right. So while that is happening, let's see. Here we go. All right. So
Can you throw camera back down, Crash?
yeah, sure. Camera bat. We'll do the all PCs. There we go. All right. So the front doors are to your left, and according to Peterson, the chapel is just right there on your right. In the room, you do see that there are stone dragons, perched like gargoyles, about the room.
I pay them no mind.
Okay. As you approach the chapel doors, you see them begin to move.
What do
Well,
they do when I
that's-
open the chapel doors?
Oh, as you reach for the chapel doors, they will roll into combat.
Well, that's kind of rude of them.
I thought they said we were part of the family.
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
Alright. Let's see. Fertile young Shadowflame Dragon. That's an awkward name. Alright, so that one's up first. Alright. Let's see. Alright. It leaps down from its perch, hovering with its wings, and it is going to breathe its fiery breath down upon you guys. Let's see. Alright. So go ahead and can I see the rolls or
I don't know why they're hidden.
okay.
They're minus.
Alright. So success and success. Also a boon for wait, unless you're at disadvantage. You disadvantage?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Then you get a boon. Mana. So you get some temp HP. Alright. The creature breathes down at you. And then let's see. With the remainder of its movement, it would circle back around and then land on the door frame above the door and hiss at you guys. So we'll put it 20 feet up. Alright. The damage from it, if either of you takes damage on a success, would be 28, a mix of fire and necrotic. Some combat music here. Alright, if anybody took damage, they may steal. Otherwise, they're gonna pass to another dragon. Did either of you take any damage?
I didn't. I don't know about Jason.
Oh.
The temp soaked it all.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
still
mean,
taking damage.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Taking, yeah, any temp damage is still damage. Alright, do you want to steal?
Yeah, also.
Okay.
Taylor, I think we upset the guard dogs. Should we go in or
Do we
or
talk
stay
it
out
down,
here?
or do we just see if it follows us?
I mean, they can't follow us if we shut the door behind us.
Okay.
All right. I guess interact action. Open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and like a Bethesda game, you just disappear. Everything's okay. Alright.
What do I see on the other side?
A haunted church.
Okay.
His views.
Anything? All right. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
And whisper, Taylor, come over here.
I'm coming, Leo.
Alright. So you passed oh dang, that's rough. You passed
I passed the
good
Taylor.
roleplay though. Alright, you passed the Taylor.
All right. Taylor's gonna go through the door and close it.
Okay. Right. Where did that bat go? I don't see anyone.
He's right here. He's right there behind Jason.
Oh, okay. Got it. Alright, then I'll take you guys over to chapel. Let's see. This should work. There we go.
man, it's dark
You
in
see him?
here. No vision on the
Alright.
scene.
Because I don't own any token.
Where did you guys end up?
I have no
Shit.
idea. I'm looking at blackness.
Hopefully the treasure vault.
I'm
but...
on Cathedral EM1F Cathedral.
Yeah, but where's your mini?
No, I don't think I have a mini out.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I have a mini out either.
Weird. Alright, I used the teleporter, but I guess it just munched you guys up. That's fine. Alright.
Oh, okay.
So you guys would be underneath this balcony right here. And I'll turn this music off. Alright, are you guys able to move? You shouldn't be trapped
There's a
in a
wall
wall
there.
or anything. Oh, there is? Son of a bitch. Alright, so you guys would come through the door underneath this balcony. Oh, let me grab some flavor text for you. Main floor, chapel. Dim, colored light filters through tall, broken and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the western wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas-reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
Is that it? You're pointing at the black man.
I don't know. Possibly. You should probably be careful not to trip anything.
I'm just gonna look around the room for dragons or any other kind of threat.
Or gargoyles. We saw those on our last visit here, out the window.
Yeah, you guys can each give me a active perception check. Okay. As you are looking around the room, your eyes, Taylor, keep being drawn to the silver statuette. Jason, you also see the silver statuette, but it fills you with revulsion.
There's something unnerving about that statue over there.
Is that because of the demon? Or
That's where the statue is. It's right there. It's about the size of, like, you know, one of them $300 statues they have at the comic book store?
yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
About the size of a Pathfinder Cobalt statue.
No, it's not that big. It's like a figurine statue, maybe about 16 inches tall. Definitely looks like it'd be, you know, not easy to carry around, but doable.
I'm trapped in a wall.
Oh, still? Okay.
Thank you.
I'll get a closer look.
Careful, that thing could be, I don't know, cursed.
Who's this church like to? Like,
Oh man, look at this. Look at, don't get too scared when you see this. Look at that corpse. There's a mace on the ground next to it, or there's the silver statuette. Hey, I said don't get too scared. You're making a terrible scared sound. It's okay, guys. Calm down. Calm down.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, I can see it on the map.
Just
It's like half hidden.
Oh, it's so much easier to see now. God, good job.
Yeah, you zoom in.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look around. I want to figure out who this church is for, because churches are normally like dedicated to a specific deity, right? Is this the Morning Lord's church?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you don't have to make a check. There's only two gods. There's only two gods in Barovia. Mother Night and the Morning Lord.
Yeah, but we're looking for like a sword, not a mace. That can't be it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it. Clearly that guy died there. You know, like right there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a decoration. Taylor's gonna go to this side of the altar. And she's gonna get down on her knees and pray to the Morning Lord.
Oh, okay.
She says, "Hi, Mr. Morning Lord. I'm sorry I don't do this that much. I don't really know that much about you, but we're going to try to fight, a vampire, who I think is another god like you. And we heard that a weapon of power is here that could help us slay it and bring light back to this place. Amen."
And then we see red.
As Taylor is praying, Jason, you see ashes that are in the robes and clinging to the bones of this burnt corpse begin to swirl and rise up, and then they form a vaguely humanoid head. The mouth opens and it screams out, "It should not have been like this. I do not accept it. There should be nothing good. No light here. Burn like this. You shall be my vessel." And it flies at Taylor. Taylor, give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. I have advantage to charm, I think, as being an elf. I'm not sure if
this is a
charm.
possession effect, so it is does not tag this charm.
Check. I don't have any. Okay, none of those.
Oh, we have one fan spell.
If it goes bad, I might use it. But who knows? Maybe I want to be possessed. Maybe.
I don't know.
17.
Okay.
That's not...
You are able to stave off the spirit, which then immediately changes trajectory and flies into and through Jason. Jason, give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. We'll use I'm assuming that's a failure, so we'll use Indomitable on that.
Okay. All right. Reroll a failed saving throw with a bonus equal to your pure martial levels. All right, go for it.
Plus 10. Oh.
All right. As it flies towards you, you dig deep and maintain control of yourself. With a frustrated scream, the ashes explode, and the church is silent again.
Taylor, what? Is that what I thought it was?
don't know what that was, but it seems like praying is doing something. Should I keep going?
Oh. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
I'll step one step closer.
Okay.
Pedro's. Let me come up with some real quick. Dear Mr. Morning Lord, this place it needs your light, and only with your light will we be able to slave, impure, and free this land of Strahd and all of its followers. Please show us what you can.
Yeah, a light begins to emit from behind the altar.
Taylor, open your eyes.
Taylor opens her eyes and looks at it. Oh.
Okay.
He hears me. Do you think that's it? Or
yeah.
Maybe a secret compartment or something?
The game's paused.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Taylor's gonna behind the altar, so like around it.
Yep.
Okay, she'll go around it and she'll look.
All right, you see light shining from beneath some rubble and debris. It has a sort of white purity and a tinge of like gold radiance. Jason, you find it to be an uncomfortable light.
Yeah, Taylor, that might be it.
Taylor would dig through the rubble and grab it, whatever it is.
Yeah, you discover what looks like a metal disc, like a sick ninja star that you would buy at the mall in the late 90s. It is made of silver with a ruby in the center and mystical runes surrounding the ruby. The whole thing is attached to a thick gold chain, like you could put it in your pocket like a pocket watch, or you even wear it around your neck.
Okay, I'll take it. Does it give me exhaustion?
No. In fact, when you pick it up, you feel a strength, a surety, a purity coming from it. You feel like you could attune to this item.
Yeah, sure.
Fine. So, as you attune to it, you realize that this is the holy symbol of Ravenkind. One of the artifacts of power described in your Shiroka reading. So, the holy symbol of Ravenkind is a legendary item that can only be attuned by a cleric or paladin of a good alignment. But don't worry about that for now. The holy symbol of Ravenkind is a unique holy symbol, sacred to the good-hearted faithful of Barovia. It predates the establishment of any church in Barovia. According to legend, it was delivered to a paladin named Lugdana by a giant raven, or an angel in the form of a giant raven. Lugdana used the holy symbol to root out and destroy nests of vampires until her death. The high priest of Ravenloft kept and wore the holy symbol after Lugdana's passing. The holy symbol is a platinum amulet shaped like the sun, with a large crystal embedded in its center. The holy symbol has 10 charges for the following properties, and it regains 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. Hold vampires. As an action, you can expend 1 charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with holy power. Vampires and vampire spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol when it flares must make a DC 15 saving throw. On a fail, they are paralyzed. for 1 minute with a lingering save. It can also be used to turn undead, but that costs 3 charges. But when you do so, undead have disadvantage to their saving throws. And sunlight, as an action, you can spend 5 charges while presenting the holy symbol to make it shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. This light is sunlight. It lasts for 10 minutes or until you end the effect.
Incredible. Taylor puts it around her neck. I get, and maybe it wasn't a sword. I think, but this thing is.
Okay, yeah, it's not a sword, but it looks sharp. All right.
Okay. And by finding and attuning the holy symbol of Ravenkind, you guys hit another milestone. So I guess you gained 3 levels in 1 session.
My goodness.
All right. All right. Now we got to get back to everyone else. Right? We got it, Taylor. It's not a sword, but it'll have to do. I think.
I think it'll help. I do think it'll help.
All right. So there's dragons out there. So we just I don't know what book it down the hall.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ready to dash as fast as I can.
All right.
You can keep up, right?
then, yeah, totally.
Okay, and then I'll open the door and I'll just sprint through.
Alright, if your guys' intention is to literally just open the door and run as fast as you can, are you going to close the door behind you?
Oh, we probably should. I told Strahd about this place. I'll shut the door. You go first.
Do you think I should hide it?
Totally.
Oh. Yeah, that seems like the wise choice. Taylor will...
Oh, Taylor, do not let Wayne see it.
Why not?
Well, because I think he might be under the influence of, you know. As someone who used to be under the influence, we should keep it away from him.
Wait, you used to be under his influence?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I know you're not under it right now?
Well, I'm here with you, ain't I?
That's fair. Okay.
Alright,
Yep.
I just got to roll something real quick. Okay.
Taylor
Alright.
hides it and sprints out the church.
I
Okay.
follow and I shut the door behind us.
Based on my roll, because you guys are keen to what is going on, chased for a bit by young shadow flame dragons, you reach the stairs that the others have already used to go up to the room. Through the open doors, you see that Anne is the only person left in the dining room.
I guess we run into the dining room and
Close the doors, or you let the you have the dragons follow you into the room.
oh no, we shut the doors. We don't want to.
Okay. All right.
That was close.
All right. And I
and
don't know if you had managed to get some sleep yet or not, but they come crashing into the room.
It didn't. I don't think that took too long, right? And we probably had to get comfortable to sleep inside this place.
45 minutes maybe.
You hear some thuds bang against the door, maybe woke you up out of your stupor.
I don't think Anne would have been asleep yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you would hear some like flamethrowers going off on the other side of the door. Some scrabbling and some scratching at the door.
Probably like eating anything that's left on the table.
Ah, fair. Okay.
And
After about 5 or 10 minutes, the sounds would probably die down.
What's wrong with you?
Is there anyone else in the dining room at this point?
Nope, it's just Anne.
And we got. But don't tell Wayne.
There's dragons in the hallway.
Dragons? Her stomach rumbles. Okay.
I think they were made of stone, though.
Ugh.
How do we get up? I guess. Where do we sleep?
I'm
Are
sleeping
we just
here.
gonna sleep in here, Jason?
You can sleep here if you want. I don't care.
Thanks, Dan. But I don't want to see Irene yet.
We went upstairs.
Okay. Do you guys head upstairs, or do you stay with Anne?
Are the guest quarters immediately up the stairs?
No, they're up many flights of stairs.
Hmm.
Roughly 3 random encounters worth of stairs.
I'll go up the stairs because I'm a little afraid of Anne.
You'd rather roll 3 random than sleep with it?
Yeah. I'm still uncomfortable with large objects.
All right, Taylor will go with you.
So yeah, I'll face dragons over Anne.
Okay. So you guys the doors creak open, and you look around. Doesn't seem to be any dragons. All right, let me roll my first check. Okay, everything's good. Okay, you guys would head into the stairwell. All right, let me see what's waiting in the stairwell for you.
We're stealthing.
That's great. Oh, if you're stealthing, then you move into half speed, so I'll have to roll 6
Oh, wait.
encounters.
No, we're fast.
No.
So
Well,
which
my
is it?
half speed is more than Jason's
So
normal speed.
Alright, so you're splitting the party, so I'll have to roll 6 checks for Jason.
Wait,
and
wait,
3
what's
checks
your
for
half
you.
speed?
Jason's
I
walking
move 40.
normal. I'm stealthing behind him.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much good that will do, but it's noted. It's noted. Alright, let's see. Castle. What did you guys have left for your castle encounters?
Assuming everything.
Well, that's fun. As you guys are going up the stairs, someone is coming down the stairs.
Who is it? Evening.
Good evening. I just got done speaking with your companions up there.
Oh,
I noticed your absence.
We were just going up to meet up with them.
I
Yeah.
see.
We
were
just
speaking with
talking
Anne.
Ah, yes. With Anne, of course. Go ahead and give me a deception.
Why does the performance ever come up?
Because performances for playing flutes and dancing, dude.
You
Like,
could just say nothing. You could just
I
say
took
nothing.
expertise.
Said
You
nothing.
could just say nothing.
No, we panicked.
okay.
If anybody wants to roll,
Well, we were just talking to Anne.
We were just.
Yes, I understand how evil genies work. He's sensing the mood here. Okay.
The mood. The sweat on her brow.
Let's look at the real. Hey Strahd, it's me, Jason Taylor. Listen, how about you give us a tour of the castle, brah? And then it's like, I don't know. No. How about you just let us go get some powerful weapons that we know are in the castle? Powerful weapons. What gave you the idea? Where did you hear that there were powerful weapons? Who told you this? It's better you don't know, brah.
Honestly, I don't know why we're still lying to him.
Are you still what?
Why we're still lying to him? At this point.
I wasn't lying. I said we were just talking to Anne.
No. Like, didn't just tell him that. Hey, we got it from the divination. And move on. Okay.
You know, after
It is what
being
it
charmed
is.
for 8 months, yeah, I was up for a while.
All right, so you're locking those in, I guess.
We have one.
Such
Well,
as they
what we
were.
got, man.
All
we
right, fair
have
enough.
yeah, we just yeah.
All right. Okay. So he says, yes, but before talking to Anne, did you find what you were looking for, Mr. Taylor?
No, I did not.
Really?
Indeed.
Why do I sense something unpleasant on Taylor's person?
Oh, I mean, I found what I was looking for, but Jason didn't.
The world is crumbling to pieces. But on the eve of the most important thing you will ever do with your life, you play games
I'm not
and
trying
act a fool.
Our lives are no games. And, we want to succeed at what we're doing.
We're doing what we think would help us succeed the most at what we're doing.
Yes, this mysterious advisor that Jason would not discuss with me. Should I be worried? I have put a great deal of trust in you.
Have we given you any reason to worry? We've done everything you asked.
I don't think it's anything you couldn't handle.
His nose, his nostrils are kind of like flaring, like a wolf, basically, and like his nose just kind of curls up in disgust at what you have on you, Taylor. And he says, "Should get some rest. Your recklessness, your foolhardy bravery, is what has gotten you this far.
Got a
I
lot to make up.
forgive this indulgence of your curiosity, but know this. I am distracted. The castle is of its own mind, and without me to hold it at bay, it could be very bad for you to wander off again."
Oh, we don't plan on it. If it's that dangerous, will you walk us to our room?
He is so put out by what you have asked. You may give me a give me a persuasion check. It's like when you get caught by the cops and then you ask them, "Can you give me a lift home?" He stares at you, and you hear a snarling deep in his chest. His eyes grow extremely feral, and blood begins to well up at the corners. And he says, "Get some sleep." And he walks past you guys down the stairs.
Let's go one more random encounter.
Big sigh as he goes down the steps.
Alright. You guys make it up the stairs. And you know that you have reached the guest room because you hear a very loud voice from the stairwell.
Can you believe it? Everything I think will finally be okay.
and then the clock goes back a few minutes to while you guys were the church, and they were up in the guest room being good employees. All right, so we'll go to the guest room, but no Anne, 'cause she's too big, and no Shenanigans twins, so we'll put them in the corner. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So when you guys reach the guest rooms, you are greeted by Irenia Kolyana, Wendell Bartell, Mina Dora, child of Milford, Delaware, and Dunbar.
Throw down a camera.
Who rushes up to see you, Wayne, despite your condition. Honestly, vampires get along pretty well with animals, so they're the most alive undead.
Wayne will get down on his knees and he'll read Dunbar.
All right. Dunbar is over the moon. His eyes can't focus. His tail is wagging so hard, he is just whipping his own ass with it. He's frothing at the mouth. He slobbers all over you. He rolls over for the scritches, for the rubs, for the loves. He is just bliss. Just bliss. Minadora moves over a bit cautiously to kneel down and tentatively go to pet Dunbar with you. Do you allow it?
Wayne will he'll go from petting Dunbar's belly to not baring fangs, but his head suddenly snaps up and he locks eyes with her and gives her a very cold stare.
Ooh, okay. She says, where's Jason? Did he make it?
He did. But he's off doing something foolhardy, I believe.
Oh, that sounds like something Leo would have done.
While you're having this conversation, Irenia rushes up to hug first Robin and then Victor. Victor, he blushes pretty hard, but stands up straight, and she says,
Look! It is Ismark! And he is no longer a werewolf. Strahd found him and cured him. I've been staying with the abbot, and Strahd, he has been visiting, and I brought up my concerns about Ismark, and he went and found him. Ismark grimaces at you, Robin. He gives you a look like, I'm glad that Irenia's okay, and that I'm not a murdering werewolf, but it's a suboptimal solution. And I feel like maybe, Robin, you can relate to that.
Is that a different game? When did he become a werewolf in our game?
I'm trying to remember too.
We never knew if he did. He was. We never.
I don't think he ever even fought a werewolf with us, so it must have been on his own.
Oh.
Maybe.
I mean, he was by himself in the village of Barovia for a long time, so
Yeah.
stuff could have happened.
We never
that
knew. We
weren't
never knew
privy
he
to.
was a. If he was, we never knew.
Oh, no. Sorry. That was a slip on my part. This Ismark, sorry. Man, too many timelines. This Ismark is not a werewolf, but she still had concerns about this Ismark. So let me rewind it. Ismark was brought here so that she could see him. That's why this Ismark is here. Yeah. Thank you for that. Somehow, miraculously, all three Ismarks are still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a survivor.
Yeah, but he does give you a
More
look, Robin.
importantly,
Like,
we kept him away from cliffs.
I mean,
Yeah.
he does look like the kind of guy that could become a werewolf, you know.
oh, for sure. All right. While you guys are discussing this, the door opens and a disheveled Strahd steps in. He looks to you, Wayne, and he gives you a warm smile and a nod. He scans the room and frowns, and he says, Miss Keller, where is the rest of your band?
Robin will look around, and I think this is maybe. I mean, she's just got up here and was.
Yeah.
You know, so she'll look around and she'll say, "Well, I know Anne was down in the hall. She doesn't like tight spaces, or. So I would assume the others stayed with her."
Yes. Perhaps.
I was
that
going
is
to,
it.
and yeah, I was going to stay there as well until I was reminded that we had friends up here to see.
Yes. That young and vulnerable friends. It would be best if they stayed here in the castle until all of this was resolved. Do not worry. They will be watched constantly by my most powerful servants. When he says that, Wendell swallows super hard. He goes to the table and he, with shaky hands, pours himself a glass of water. With shaky hands, he tries to drink the glass of water, but he splashes a lot on his face.
Robin will. Oh, keep going.
Oh no.
No, I was just going to say Robin will kind of nod at Strahd and just kind of say, "I just wanted to thank you again for, well, making sure that Irenia was well and also taking care of, well, all of these who have aided us so far."
She is a very capable and fascinating woman. As he says that, she blushes, and Victor's eyes bug out. Like, the fuck is going on here? And then Strahd says, capable enough to join us. Tomorrow's excursion. And she nods like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. And Eastmark looks around like, the fuck? And then Strahd says, do not worry, Eastmark. Of course, you should accompany us as well. Together we will keep your sister safe, while also saving these lands that your father loved so dearly. I simply came here to pay my respects. I find myself in this weakened state a much more humble man. I beg your pardon, Miss Keller, for the trials, losses I have placed upon you.
Robin will kind of massage her arm a little bit and just say, if the land can sustain through this, then certainly so can I.
Escher has told me that my methods
grown too cruel, monstrous even. Dyrenia told me the same thing. I want you to know that I love these lands. When I first arrived here, they captured my heart. I knew that this would be the future homeland of my family's descendants. The mountains, the forest, the river, the swamp, they called to me. They called me home. It is a great shame that my actions dragged them into hell along with me. I have done this dance so many times, failed so many times, lost.
And he looks directly at Irene when he says that.
So many times. It is hard to find any hope.
Well, tomorrow we go and begin the hunt for the source. In one way or another, in this curse, yes?
We will either free these lands from the curse or set them free into oblivion. But either way, the cycle is ended. This last time. Pay for all.
Yeah, Robin
have-
just nods and.
I have taken too much of your time. Please, rest.
You as well, if you are able. I suspect it will be dangerous, as you say. And I know our actions have not just weighed on us, but she'll just kind of gesture at him. But also on you.
Yeah. He gives you one curt nod. He turns and looks at Irenia and Robin and Wayne. You guys see undisguised adoration, love, and sorrow in his eyes as he looks at her. And give me an insight check if you care to. Irenia's face remains a mask. You're not sure how she feels about the way he looks at her, but she does seem to be putting up a good front, one way or the other. So you guys have a few minutes to discuss anything you need to, and then your allies will rejoin you. Good.
And I feel like for Robin is just kind of like, catching up and knowing what's happening with Irenia, making sure.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Irenia explains to you that in your absence, she basically says,
Yes, so the abbot, he was very strange. But the father, he was a good mediator, and well, it was very gross. There were rooms full of body parts and jars full of like organs, and then all of the people that like lived there weren't really people. They were like mongrel folk, and then they were all like different animal parts, and some of them would like spit acid, and like there was a big flesh golem. He was like as big as Anne, and like it was just really gross and dragging its like arm behind it, and its arm was like a chain, chained arm, and it was a lot. It was very scary. But um then he started to visit frequently, and it seemed to put the abbot in like a calmer mood, and at first I was very scared to speak with him and be close to him because of everything we know and everything he's done. But there's never mind. It's fine. But in the end, he told me what he planned to do, and so I knew that you would be going as well, and we started this journey together. I don't know if you remember that day on the road with the mist and the horses and staying in the barn, but I want to finish what we started. And I thought that he would say no, but he agreed, and that is when I mentioned that I would want to say goodbye to Eastmark, and that is when he told me that he would bring Eastmark to the castle. And that's my retcon. And so he did, and well, and Eastmark says, I will not let you go to the fucking Amber Temple without me. And yes, what we started together, we will finish together. I just wish that more of us who started could be here to finish. I heard what happened. All of you. And Irenia starts to cry, like really hard. And then she says, Isaac and Purple, they just...
Yeah. It was... We were fighting Baba's Lasagna, and we were in that swamp. It was terrible.
I asked Strahd if he could bring Purple back, or Isaac. And they had this small woman tried to bring back Isaac, but she said that his soul refused.
Robin's just gonna hug Arena.
Okay. She just
Like there's-
fucking bawling. She's just crying. Whole body just shaking. Victor looks like he wants to say something and he wants to do something, but he also just doesn't know what the fuck he could do. And then she lets out a huge snort, pulling all the snot back into her nose, and she says, "But that's okay. It's all going to be all right now. We're all here." And then I guess at that point, you guys would roll up into the room.
Oh, everybody's here.
Yeah, and where were you? Strahd was asking.
Oh, we were downstairs.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. Taylor looks at Wayne.
Yeah, we
Looks
were
at you confused, Jason. She says, Jason?
Arinia, yes, it's me, Jason. It's been a while. And some things have
Now she runs up and gives you a hug.
there. How's Minidora doing? And Dunbar?
Oh, and yeah, and that's when Minadora also gives you a hug, and then Dunbar comes over and runs circles around all of you. Wendell's gonna sit next to you, Robin, on the couch. He's gonna look up at you, Robin, and he's gonna say, "It feels like we're really in the end game now, huh?"
Yeah. Probably so.
What?
This is,
Be straight with me. What are the odds of me going home?
I mean, look, this is going to end one of two ways, Wendell. Either we get what we're after, and the Dark Lord defeats Vampire, and stuff happens after that, which may free us all, or it may just make everything even more terrible, but probably, hopefully, frees us all because he'll no longer be cursed in the same way. Or, the land is dying and we all fade into oblivion. So I'd say there's like a 60-40 that we all die.
60-40.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Wait, so 60% we die? 40 we don't?
I mean, I think the odds are stacked against us. I think we'd have to be foolish to think that they aren't, given... She'll just, like, gesture at the world around them. Thinking of the Dead Poets Society and the Cold Shoulders and every single group that's ever come before us. And, you know.
But we got something they don't have. And Taylor winks at you.
Yeah. I hope we do.
Right. Eastmark is going to pose the question, and he's going to say, I don't know exactly what happened here. How things got so far off track, but I'm glad that you are alright, Jason. I last saw you were in a barrel.
That's in the past, and no more barrels.
I'm sorry about Leo. He was a fool, but in the best way. He brought the light with him everywhere he went.
Definitely.
It's appreciated in this place where there's darkness around every corner. Victor says, alright, listen. We know that they can hear everything that we are saying. So I'm just going to say what needs to be said. We don't know for sure. We are helping to destroy the land to free him. Destroy the land because he is tired and wants to take everything with him. Or if what he told us at the beginning was the truth. We really are going to free everything from his curse. But one thing is still going to happen. We are going to the Amber Temple. Those of you who have taken deals, who have allowed darkness in, we will need to address it. Yes? And he looks from Jason to Wayne. And then, to Robin and says, I don't know how much of you is still in there, Wayne, but the man I met was an earnest and good man, and I can't think that he would want to be bound in darkness forever. We will fight with you to purge you of the darkness. We will find a cure to restore your humanity. If that is what you want, then we will do it. You heard what Eloise said. Through magic, anything is possible.
It's been my experience that being a human and having humanity aren't necessarily one and the same thing. I simply got tired of getting my teeth kicked in. Wanted to be on the winning side for a change. Let's just deal with the task at hand, and then we'll address whatever
Wait, you chose
concerns you
this?
have. I got dragged through the town. Force marched back to the castle and was left to the ministrations of the brides. I reached a certain point where I just said, there are things both worse and better than this. So far, it's not so bad.
What about Anne? What will we do with her? She is so far gone. What if she tries to free this great tar hack or whatever? What if she tries to take his power for herself?
Could he be convinced to fight Vampire?
I mean, I'm sure any opportunity to escape these dark powers would gladly promise anything.
That might be the most opportune time to get rid of one. If there's multiple of them duking it out.
We have to save him.
Agreed.
To save her,
Ian has
We-
3 heads.
we must call forth Great Tarhak, the 5-headed destroyer. Have him manifest in the flesh. Kill him.
And can't help.
Look, and there's no saying that we have to do that.
Yeah, he winces when you say that, Taylor, and looks away, and he says, I have a theory about why they cannot help. But you're not going to like it.
I don't
I-
think any more bad news could surprise me.
I think that it will manifest in the flesh of Anne.
Can we fight
Wait.
Tarhak in an open field where I can run?
Fight him within the prison of the Ember Temple where he is bound.
He has a really big cell. 'Cause I don't want to let her. If she gets a hold of me, I'm done for.
I know we have all worried about the possibility of trying to fight Anne. Imagine she was infused with the power of a god.
Can we even hurt a god?
Trapped in the flesh of a mortal, it should be fine.
So what do we do? Do we knock her out, and then she'll be
I
good, or-
assume we don't want to kill her, so yes. I've been spending all of my time researching, trying my best to come up with something. But it would have been easier if thought was more forthcoming with information. He kind of eyes you, Taylor, like you should have made thought more forthcoming.
I mean, we could ask him now. It's the best thing. He's his own person.
Did you knock on your backpack?
I'll pull him out of my backpack and scratch his belly and wake him up.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, I thought we had new thought art. I can't find it though.
No, I thought we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
this other one had the arms sticking out.
arm sticking out of his mouth.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll go with the old art for now. And
I
yeah,
just imagine it's a fairy, like a little pixie arm.
So he pops out and he says, "Oh well, I haven't been forthcoming because I don't agree with your methods. But now that I've seen they've got a, person that can cast greater restoration, well, I mean, we might have a chance here. If we can heal Xantha's mind, he knows everything about the Ember Temple. Surely that's part of Strahd's plan, I'm assuming. But if it's not, then, well, he kind of looks at all of you like, I hate you, if that's not part of the plan.
I mean,
Robin's just
we could definitely get him to do that. Yeah.
I think
Do
that
you-
would be difficult, right?
yeah. Do you think
Doesn't
that
Strahd... I mean... Doesn't he hate him?
Well, I mean, they didn't part on the best terms. Master and apprentice and, all that. But I can't imagine that. Well,
He looks towards the door where Strahd left from. He says,
well, I think that man's capable of anything. You should just be careful. That's all I'm saying. And yes, Victor, you have the right of it. The reason that you can't stand against your own dock passenger is that if you're present, they will take you over. Which begs the question, where's Strahd gonna be when you face Vampire?
Well, I thought that was like a patron situation, not like a passenger situation. Is that the same thing? I don't really know anything about that.
his body like moves up and down, which you know is him shrugging. And he says,
Well, something to think about.
and he hops on the table and he pours himself a glass of water.
So did any of that help you, Victor? Or do you need more detail?
He scowls a bit and he says, it just gives me more questions, but it's fine. At least I know I'm on the right track.
All right.
I must rest to recover my magic. And as he kind of heads out of the room, we are at time. Oof. All right. So, I guess next week, Amber Temple, or at least as close to Amber Temple as they can safely teleport. Man,
That was one day,
Wow.
one session.
3 levels in
Never
one
before
session.
happened. Was this Extra Life? Like,
We hit the level
This-
cap, everybody.
This sounds, you know what? You know what?
Look,
This is a
the
5e adventure.
This is what the XP kids bring up all the time when they argue against milestone. They're like, "Well, what if you get all your milestones in one session?" And then the milestone kids are like, "It didn't happen." But it does happen.
Hey, this
unless you're making the milestones up, pulling them out of your butthole, or running an incredibly linear adventure, there is a chance that they can get multiple milestones in the same session. There's also a chance in Mythic Odyssey that you could go 8 months without ever getting a level up. So yeah.
we're also just a teleport and a long rest away from 2 more. Like, I know that's not gonna happen, but
yeah. Unfortunately, that would just kick you into the Boon stable. Then you can go into the Boon stable.
Boon stable sounds pretty good.
I'll take some boons.
I don't know if you want to give
some
Ann
boons.
2 more boons.
So
It sounds like Ant's gonna get them.
have I shown you guys the Gothic Horror Boons table? Since you guys
No.
are now
No.
going to be able to qualify for it? Oh, okay. Let's see.
Ann's at 200 HP now.
SWAT.
Let me
God,
throw
I'm
this.
at 118 and I felt so tanky. Like,
127.
God, I don't even. Do you have the tough feet too?
I have tough feet and then a half tough feet for my
Oh
background.
no, Lauren, you're out next week. All right,
I
it's not gonna be like the end of things, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's not gonna be the end things, but
It's a travel there.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the link to the Gothic Boons.
And do we just pick one?
Well, you haven't qualified for one yet.
No,
but
I'm saying when.
yeah. You can just pick them out.
God, these look so cool and so well thought out. What qualifies for a lesser or a greater?
I think the first ones that are listed are lesser, and then towards the bottom it'll say greater. It'll be here. I could put a horizontal return
Oh,
line.
you trade in 3 lesser boons for 1 greater boon.
Yeah.
And how many boons do you get per milestone? Just 1?
Major milestone, you get 1 lesser boon. Every 3 minor milestones, which we've kind of discussed, you guys don't really have any minor ones left to get because you'd have to kill all the people you just allied with. So,
Wow. So I got news for you.
Well, it's not off the table.
now that you're level 13, you can do anything.
Yeah, you take that map that we made the friend zone, you turn it
We
upside down, and it's
We just get them all within 30 feet of Taylor, and we turn every single one of them at once. They're all undead.
Yeah. I mean, turn undead, you know, it's pretty good, I guess. Sort of. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, so that's that. Damn, guys. I would say you have 10 sessions or less in the campaign. And then it's over.
God damn.
So,
nice.
yeah. Because honestly, since you went through with those rituals, like, it'll be over anyways. So, like, it's either gonna be over or it's gonna be over. But there ain't no getting off this train we on, essentially. So, as one of the best Final Fantasy characters once said. So yeah. But yeah, congrats for making it this far, and hopefully you guys find some closure in whatever ending you happen to wind up with. Yup.
I mean, obviously we're getting the good ending.
Oh.
Because there's definitely one of those in this campaign.
Yes. Let me see. Here in my notes, there's a section that says. All right, hold on. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but I'll get the heading for this part of the notes. Let's see. There's a whole section of my notes called "Can There Be a Happy Ending?" And it's pretty extensive.
Bro, Will messaged me during the session. He's like, "So you are just straight up working for the guy now?" And I was like, "Dude, you just don't understand the kind of spaghetti logic we've worked our way into to make us feel like the good guys in this."
Sometimes you just want to be on the right side of the scale for a while.
I think Wayne said it right. Like, sometimes you just get tired of having your fucking teeth kicked in. You know what I mean? Like, you guys joined up, and admittedly, he didn't like right away be like, okay, regenerate all their shit, you know, heal all their shit. He still had you go and do one last like trial, right, of like doing the stones or whatever. But then it's just like okay, so I'm playing Fallout 4 for the first time, but with a shitload of mods, and I think my 3rd play session, I got tricked by a child into being captured by slavers, and I woke up naked in a Saw movie sex dungeon, and it was very, you know, I don't know why YouTube hasn't pulled this whole series, but I'm fighting my way past these tortured naked people, and I'm naked, I'm killing people, and I find out in the records that they had to do a full cavity search to make sure I wasn't hiding any weapons up my massive ass. And then I finally get free after killing a few guards, and they're like, "Yo, what's up, homie? Yeah, you're pretty tough. Head on upstairs. We got some cocktails. We're gonna talk it out." And then they like wined and dined me and were like, "It was a big misunderstanding. We're good slavers. You should join us. Here's a bunch of free equipment. Here's all the food and shelter and weapons you need. Here's some companions to help you out when you're fighting." And it's recorded on stream. I went from, I'm gonna find the fuckers who did this and I'm gonna fucking kill them. Cavity search me, I'm gonna cavity search your fucking cavities. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then like I kept being like more and more angry, and then it was like slowly the anger meter just goes
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from actually killing them.
So there's where the spaghetti logic comes in, right? I keep telling myself like, well, I'm gonna kill all of them eventually. Like, I'm definitely gonna kill all you guys eventually. And they're like, sure. Here's a new sword. Here's some new weapons. I'm like, yeah, eventually I'll go kill you guys. And then one of them's like, can you help me get revenge on my abusive step parents? I'm like, sure, but I'm gonna kill you eventually. Yeah. So I was like thinking about that in relation to your guys' campaign, where it's like, I was like,
Hey,
oh
I can't
no.
tell you how many times I think to myself, we can still kill this guy at the end. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be some big, tough, moral dilemmas and ethical decisions that'll have to be made at some point. So you gotta be prepared for all that. You can't get through a gothic horror adventure without feeling absolutely wrecked by the end. So, don't worry. There's still more opportunities for that.
oh, I mean, I already feel pretty wrecked. Think
Oh.
about this, dude.
It's gonna get worse, but yeah. But then it'll be over. And so that'll be nice. And you guys could have a little break. If you wanted to play some kobolds, we could play some kobolds. I'm actually I'm kind of eyeballing that Fallout TTRPG. I'm kind of eyeballing that a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. But anyways, for now, good job everybody. Get some sleep or whatever it is you do after the game is over, and we'll be back next week to climb Mount Gacchus and go to that Amber Temple. All right. Good night.
Take care.
Good night.
Night Crash.